Hi, and welcome to my old school classic blues turnaround for the month of May 2015. This month I'm going to show you a turnaround from the playing of Robert Johnson, an acoustic country blues fingerpick turnaround, which you could also use an electric guitar. And you hear it primarily in acoustic country blues from the 1930s from guys like Robert Johnson. You also hear it in Blind Boy Fuller's playing. Reverend Gary Davis to a point. He does his own, both of those guys do their own variations on this. It's in the key of A, and the turnaround I'm going to show you is from the tune 3220 Blues, but he also used this turnaround in other songs. Let me just play it for you one time and then we'll talk about it. So it's in the key of A, and it goes like this. And so it's one more time. And 3220 Blues is kind of a mid-tempo song, and you could also play this slowly like this, and that's another way that you hear him use it. And so what I'm doing here, just to get the idea of how you play this, which is what this lesson is for, let's say I'm playing in the key of A, which I am, and this is my A, first position A chord. If I put my pinky on the 5th fret of the 1st string, I now have what's called a long A. And this turnaround is really out of this position. And what I'm doing is using my first finger and picking the treble strings, which is the 5th fret of the 1st string. Then I'm taking my ring finger and my 2nd finger and walking down. So I start with my ring finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string. This stretch might take you a while to get used to, and once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But another thing you can do is put a capo on and play further up the neck. It makes it a lot easier. But anyway, and as I'm picking that, I'm pinching the 4th fret, 4th string, and the 1st string. And in 3220 Blues, he just does one pinch for each position like this. And so when I go to the 4th fret of the 4th string, I'm still using my my ring finger. And then when I get ready for the 3rd fret, I'm going to switch and use my 2nd finger. Whoops. And then the open is my 4th string fretted at the 2nd fret, just like my long A shape, and I'm just pinching the 4th string and the 1st string. So the whole thing goes like this. Then to wrap it up, I'm going to the 5, which is an E7. Playing an E7th chord, that's my 5. So the whole turnaround. And that tune, 3220 Blues, has a monotonic bass, so when I get to the 5, I'm strumming kind of the E7th chord with my 1st finger and thumping the open E string with my thumb. So one more time. Like that. Now that is a movable turnaround. If I'm playing a song in C, here's a C chord. 2nd position C bar chord. My long C would go from the 5th fret, barring the 1st or 4th strings, and then my pinky on the 8th fret of the 1st string. And I just do the same thing. Now to play a 5 chord in that, since the song's in C, my 5 is going to be G. I could do it like that. I could do a bar chord, but he doesn't play many songs in C like that, or I could play a 7th there. But mainly when you hear that turnaround, I hear it in the key of A. Also you hear it in E. So if we move all the way here to the 12th fret, got my pinky on the 12th fret of the 1st string, and my 1st finger is a E at the 9th fret. And so we go like this. And then if I want to have a 5 chord in there, I can make a B7th here by taking an A7th, moving it down 2, or up 2. Or I can make a B7th up here. So I go like this. which is kind of hard. That's why it's easy to do in A. That's why you hear this turnaround a lot in A. Because the open bass is right there, and the E7, the 5, is right there. It's easy to transition into that turnaround chord. Now you could also use the same turnaround position and vary the bass pattern. So for a slow tune, I could do something like this. Little Queen of Spades is the tune I was thinking of, where he does a turnaround kind of like this. Or you could do something like this. You can mix up the pattern on the bass and the first finger, the rhythmic pattern, and get different turnarounds out of it. But the basic turnaround is like that. For a slow tune, you could very easily go something like that. And then back into the song. So this country blues turnaround comes from the playing of Robert Johnson. It's based on a long chord shape, long A, which is a typical country blues chord. And then we're just walking the bass down up the 4th string, from the 4th fret or the 5th fret to the 3rd fret. And in the key of A, we could also just play it quickly. In a faster tempo song, we just do. Or a slow song, we can mix up the tempo. But that's how you play it. It's a long A shape. You can move it anywhere to a C, a D, an E, and even a G. You can do this in G like this. You just put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string and then walk the bass. Blind Boy Fuller uses that basic turnaround position for a couple of his songs. If you have any questions, comments about the turnaround of the month, let me know. Hopefully this adds another trick to your arsenal of turnarounds that you can use. In my opinion, the more you vary your turnarounds and intros and things like that, the more interesting your playing is. You don't want to just have a couple turnarounds. You want to have as many as you can. Increase your vocabulary. So there's one more for you. I'll be back again in June with another classic blues turnaround.